welcome to Rewatch Party, where at some point in this episode, Zach is going to explain what a Roth IRA is. I'm Harrison Bloom.
I'm Zach Horowitz, our resident IRA expert, I guess.
And I'm Mark Green, not our resident IRA expert.
I'm glad that we clarified.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all got to start planning for retirement, so we all need to know what a Roth IRA is.
Yeah. Look, that's the moral of this episode, is that it's never too early to plan for your own retirement.
That's what I got out of this episode.
Yeah.
I think that was the main thrust. But you know what else I got out of this episode?
What?
A grand old time. I liked this episode.
Yeah, this was fun.
I think this episode was a lot better than the first one.
It was. This was pretty good. There was some stuff in there where you're like, this is weird. This doesn't really work. But this was a pretty fun episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it starts with
It starts as all good things start off with Carly in a bunny suit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Freddie is talking about how now that they're adults, they can really make an impact on the world through iCarly. And then Carly just says, "Hey Freddie, can you help me get rid of this bunny suit? I've been wearing it for like an hour now."
I love the idea that Freddie's just been like monologuing at Carly about like, oh, it's so great. We're doing the show again. We can make all these changes and really make a difference in the world. And Carly's just kind of staring at him blankly with a bunny suit on.
Well, no, because here's what happened. Because Carly says, "Can you help me with the head? I'm having trouble getting it off." So I think he's monologuing about it, and Carly's just like flailing in the back trying to get this bunny suit off because she can't get the head unstuck. And Freddie just doesn't understand because he's going on this idealistic rant.
Carly Shay would be really bad at The Masked Singer.
Yeah, she'd get eliminated. Or maybe she'd be really good because she can't get eliminated.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, you just got to be good at singing, and then, that'll come later.
They say, "Bunny, you have to go. Please unmask yourself." And she's like, "I can't. I guess I have to stay." That's how the rules work, right?
Yeah.
But guys, we got a problem because they start going over the comments and Carly has a hater.
Well, there's also a lot
hater?
of fire imagery that's like not from the hater. It's just from
true.
It's just a lot of fire.
A lot of fire. Yeah, lit.
It's lit, fam.
They're all good comments, but they are all related to fire.
Well, I
which
do
is
think
scary.
it goes from like, "This is lit. Carly's on fire. I want to burn everything down." Like
Okay,
there is an escalation.
Maybe some of them were negative. Yeah, there's an escalation.
There's either one or many arsonists in her chat.
It's just the same arsonist who comments like 50 different times.
Yeah, there are actually only two people commenting on her videos, an arsonist and her hater.
What if the arsonist is Sam?
Sam always liked
supports
violence.
my fan theory that she's trolling every
That's what I'm
iCarly
saying.
chat.
Yeah. That's true. But can we
If I was Sam, that's what I would do. Anyway,
Can we talk for a moment about the fact that she only has one hater?
Yeah.
legitimately, if iCarly was a real show, a real web show that has been online for 10 years, now coming back, famous even to Michelle Obama.
Yeah. Yeah,
She
the
would
first lady
literally-
of the United States was on their show.
Every
Yeah.
other comment would be something akin to "kill yourself." And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because iCarly's bad. I'm saying that because online people are mean.
Yeah, iCarly's not bad. The internet is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, people online are mean. I mean, like, there's this one guy who comes into all my Twitch streams and doesn't really say anything. He just drops stuff about Sonic having big sweaty feet and then leaves.
I wonder who that
wait.
could be.
Oh, wait, that's just Tyler.
I love that.
I love having to explain
Yes.
that every single time he comes in.
One, I love that for you, Zach. And two,
Yes.
I love that for you, Tyler.
Yes.
I
Yes, Tyler.
But like the first episode with her first broadcast, they say like 50,000 people are watching and one person is being mean. I think you can let that go, Carly.
Yeah.
This is a show run by a woman and a short, nerdy man. There would be so many comments.
A show that mainly consists of a woman spreading goo on a grown man's face as he wears a baby costume. I don't think that's going to be as universally beloved as it was in 2007.
They even make a comment that like the bit Carly was doing in the bunny suit was bunny skincare. So iCarly is fully a skincare channel now.
All of their comedy
That's a
bits
good
that we've
point.
seen are skincare based.
Yeah.
Who is Carly shilling for that all of her content has to be about skincare?
Okay, well, her sponsors are Raid Shadow Legends, 3 different makeup companies, and 4
Audible.
different moisturizing companies. And, of course,
And
Audible. Audible.com, yes. And Amazon company.
By the way, Raid Shadow Legends, skincare companies, and Audible, if you want to sponsor our podcast.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
don't have
God.
standards, so I will play Raid Shadow Legends if you give us money for it.
Oh, Harrison, have I told you about how I got a sponsorship offer from Raid Shadow Legends?
You
that I
got a
didn't do?
sponsorship offer from
Yes.
Raid Shadow Legends?
Yes, and I didn't do it because it involved actually playing Raid Shadow Legends. And I was like, I can't.
So that's the verdict. If you want to sponsor us, Raid Shadow Legends, Harrison will play the game. Zach
However,
will
I will
not.
not.
Personally, I don't have a phone, so I can't do it.
Great cover, Mark. Great cover.
How would you stream Raid Shadow Legends? I can't connect my phone to Twitch.
That's why I got rid of my phone. I was like, I can't connect it to Twitch.
That's the main reason.
Yeah, that was the main reason.
Go back to flip phones, people. We can't connect our smartphones to Twitch.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we should also mention the horrible thing this hater keeps commenting, which is do better.
You know what? I think Carly is taking this the wrong way. I think it's an inspiring message that, you're doing great, but you could always do better.
Yeah, when people tell me do better in real life, I just cry in my room for 3 minutes and then
And then you have an epiphany.
and then I have an epiphany.
Oh, I can do better.
Yeah, I can do
They're not
better.
saying do better because I'm doing bad. They're just saying that, like, I'm doing really good, but it could be, like, better. Because they're, like, perfection is, like, something we should all strive to be. But in reality, it's kind of unattainable. But, we can get inch, like, closer and closer there.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
Do better, moi, but I'm already perfect, you see. But Harper walks in, and ooh boy, does Harper have the zingers. She sees Carly in the bunny suit and is like, oh, is this a furry thing? I'm not kink-shaming your fursona.
Yes, as the kids say.
As the kids say.
The fellow kids of which I am also a kid.
It's just ridiculous because every kid I know has been very supportive about my fursona. King shaming my fursona. No.
What is your persona, Mark?
It's just a big bat, and I wear this like bat costume, and then I go out and I fight crime.
Ooh.
This seems like a character that already exists. Spider-Man.
I don't. Oh yeah, Spider-Man dresses like a bat.
Sounds a lot like
Right,
Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. I see
Spider-Man
where
is my fursona. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your persona. You identify as Spider-Man.
I identify as Spider-Man. And it's not look, it's weird for a fursona because it's not a sexual thing. It's not a sexual thing.
Because with a great bat suit comes great responsibility.
Yeah, with a great fursuit comes great responsibility. I just want to make a difference. I want to fight crime,
but only as a bat.
And I know that criminals are a cowardly
suit.
and superstitious lot. And I must
afraid of
strike
furries.
fear into their
you fight crime, and it's a lot of villains who are very close-minded about your persona.
You're right, Harrison. It was that. I am afraid of furries, so I must become what I fear. And inflict it into the heart of criminals.
Oh my god, we might need to move on.
Furries scare me. It's time my enemies shared my dread.
We've already reached the pinnacle of that joke. We're not going to top that.
Yeah.
So
they talk about king shaming for a little bit. I want to share my note. Freddy is turned off by fiscal irresponsibility.
Yes. Which is why he needs a Roth IRA.
Yeah, I mean, he's living with his mom. He needs a fiscally responsible partner.
He has like multiple failed startups, I believe. He said in the last episode.
Yep.
Only one failed startup.
Only
two
one
failed
failed
marriages.
startup.
One failed.
Two
startup.
failed marriages and one failed startup. Okay. Roth IRAs can't save you from your broken marriage.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately.
Gosh. Anyway.
we get back to the hater. Carly wants to respond with love and light. Freddy says, I'm more of a block and report guy.
Blocked and reported.
Freddy is right in this scenario.
Yeah, I mean, this is a man who spent more time online, I presume, given his tech interests.
Than the average person, yeah.
He knows the truth. Yep. Just fucking block.
But then Carly gets another hateful comment. She's like, screw love and light. Skybucks, 2 p.m., be there. She's going to confront her hater.
Yeah.
At not Starbucks, but legally distinct Skybucks.
Legally distinct.
Yeah.
We cut over to Skybucks.
Which has terrible branding. This is just a pale blue tent with a generic Skybucks logo. There's not even a fun logo. It's not like the Pear phone, where it actually looks kind of neat. No, this is just crap.
To be fair, I would not want to use a Pear phone as they used to be represented.
Yeah.
I do not want a pear-shaped phone.
No,
I don't want any phone. Again, just to make it clear, I don't have a phone.
If you were to have one.
I'm off the grid.
Yeah. But I realized something. Is Skybucks going to be the new Groovy Smoothie? Because it's kind of very similar, like vibe-wise, with all the bright colors.
It's true.
I hope it doesn't replace the Groovy Smoothie. I hope
I hope Tebow works at Skybucks.
Yeah.
I hope Tebow. My guy
that
Tebow
would be the
works
way
at
to
Starbucks.
save Skybucks. I was
Very
very
Starbucks.
I was very underwhelmed. But if Tebow was there,
if Tebow was there selling me muffins on a stick, I would buy all of his muffins. I'd buy the whole stick.
But Freddy is wearing a fake mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Important to note.
Because he likes the mystery of it.
Well, he
needs a secret disguise.
He needs a disguise to confront the hater, but also at the same time, no one else is wearing a disguise, and they're the on-camera people. Freddy's been on camera, I know, but I am now realizing he's mostly behind camera, and the people who might actually be recognized are just out there.
Yeah,
Millicent just can't wait to meet the hater. This is a mean child.
Yeah.
This girl will definitely be diagnosed with psychopathy. Yep. It's okay. Freddy's gonna support her either way. Anyway.
Spencer has brought pepper spray and a taser. Tyler immediately paused the episode and went, okay, we're taking bets. Who thinks Spencer is gonna pepper spray and tase himself?
Oh, that's the only way to go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was gonna happen, but I guess you guys are just like Nostradamus or something.
But as always, Jerry Trainer fucking kills it.
Oh
yeah, he's right.
And also Harper is working there at Skybucks. Another person who's there at Skybucks, Nora Dershlit. Remember Nora Dershlit, who kidnapped them?
I did not remember Nora Dershlit, but she came back to me in a PTSD flashback when you guys mentioned her as we were watching the episode last time. I was like, oh, right.
Yeah.
They got kidnapped. iCarly was a weird show.
If I had a nickel for every time Nora Dershlit kidnapped us, I'd have 2 nickels, which is a lot. But it's weird that it happened twice, right?
It's great.
I'm sorry, go on.
No. My next note is just Spencer tases himself, which no one could have seen coming.
No one could have possibly seen. He tries to tase Nora. It does not work. So then he tries it on himself, and this time it does work. So wait, what if Nora is just made of rubber? What if Nora's like not even a real person? Nora's just like a rubber person.
What if Nora's been a figment of their imaginations the entire time?
So you wait. Okay. Let's unpack this.
So they locked themselves.
Yeah. They locked themselves in the basement and imagined her.
Yeah.
And like you think they like eventually unlocked themselves and they were like, Gibby, thank you for coming to our rescue. And Gibby was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you okay? And they're like, good old Gibby.
Well, then the drugs
because
wore
Sam
off.
never recovered and she's stuck in a mental hospital.
Yeah.
Sam, the visions can't hurt you anymore.
Somehow this is more sad than them getting kidnapped twice.
It's like every dumb fan theory, like, the entire show is in their heads because they're stuck in a mental institution.
I guess
it's possible.
What if Spencer is the devil?
Ah!
And this is hell.
The hell
yes, hell
of
on
having
Earth.
a web show
Seattle.
Yep.
in Seattle.
But they're like, Nora, you're our hater. And she says, no, I think you're great. And I went through years of therapy, so I'm in a good place now.
That's good. Good
It's
for
good.
Nora.
Good for Nora.
Yeah.
But so my next note is Spencer pepper sprays himself,
Yes.
which no one could have
Spencer-
seen coming.
Spencer does not know how to hold a pepper spray can. Fires it directly into his own face.
Yep. Right in the eyes.
Right in the
That's
eyes.
like difficult to do, but they usually have some kind of guard against that. Like
That's some good aim, though. Not gonna lie.
some good aim at himself.
He just like
Yeah.
he wanted his eyes to be a little
Hey, game
spicy.
recognizes game. Wants something a little spicy.
Spicy eyes.
Some
Spicy
spicy eyes.
iCarly, more like ice spicy.
More like ice spicy eyes.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
But yes, they call the scene, and the manager's like, "You gotta get your friends out of here." And Harper, who works there, is like, "I don't know these people. Who are they? Who are these people? I'm happy that you brought in your drama here so I get a front row seat, but I don't know you."
And then Carly's like, Harper, we'll meet you later. And she's like, that is a lucky guess of my name.
I don't know. Was she wearing a name tag? Because like, if there was a name tag on there, she could have just been like, "Yeah, it's on my uniform."
Yeah, sure. But I like the joke of
yeah.
Carly
Lucky
says,
guess.
bye, Harper. And she goes, that was a lucky guess.
Yeah.
But Carly goes to buy a muffin. But who should also want that muffin? A cute guy who walks up behind her wants the muffin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He orders a muffin, and the guy's like, "Oh, here's the last one." And there's a hot guy behind her who's like, "Oh, I was also gonna get that muffin."
And then she spends the next 30 seconds trying to find a way to get this man to take her muffin. And eventually they settle on splitting it.
Yep. She offers him her muffin, her coffee, everything she has on her person, and then he's like, well, maybe we should just split it.
Last 4 digits of her social security number.
Last 4 digits of her social security number. Real
And
gold.
before she can start to read off her
Real
credit
gold.
card number and the 3 digits on the back, Freddie runs in and is like, "Carly, we need you now. We need to take Spencer to the hospital.
Well, actually,
and you gotta convince him not to drive."
I do just want to say first, because I like that a lot, but also in the middle of this exchange, Freddie says, I lost my mustache.
Oh,
He
yeah.
finds it on the ground, puts it on, and says, I really hope this is my mustache.
It would be really awkward if it was somebody else's mustache.
Yeah, if someone just came up to you and was like, you're wearing my mustache.
"Excuse me, sir, you're wearing my mustache." Rips off the mustache. Oh no, I've been exposed as a fraud.
But yeah, then Freddie, the Carly and this guy, Justin, are flirting, and then Freddie runs in and says, we're taking Spencer to the emergency room, and you need to talk him out of driving.
Yep.
Very good.
Yeah.
So they leave, and then the barista's like, how's your muffin? And Justin says, do better.
Dun,
Oh my
dun,
god, Justin was the hater.
Yeah, I may be just putting this together now.
I thought
because
it was
of
gonna be
my-
Neville.
It should have been Neville. That was so... It felt like what they were
Yeah.
setting up.
Yeah.
That would have been so funny, but no.
Of course, then you have less of the mystery. I like this plot line of she meets this cute guy and it turns out he's a hater. That feels like a good sitcom
Yeah.
plot line.
Yeah.
It's a shame though. They couldn't get Neville because the actor is now too busy being a lecturer at the University of Miami.
We found that out
Yeah.
before watching the episode.
That is a real thing that I heard because I have a younger brother who goes to U Miami, and I heard about it at one point, and I texted him in a frenzy. I was like, "Is this real? Is
Mhm.
Neville actually a professor at the University of Miami?" And he was like, "Yes, this is real," and it made me very happy.
Good that he turned out well. He didn't do acting,
Yeah.
but he found a
Good
passion.
for Neville. Good for Reed Alexander is the actor's name, but
Yep. But we cut over to Carly's apartment. She's made a conspiracy board to find the hater. Also, unrelated, she's really into Justin. He's really
Yes.
cool and nice, and Carly tells
and hot.
Yep. And hot. And there's a joke I really like where Carly tells Harper, and he doesn't watch the show, so he has no preconceived notions about me. He doesn't know how perfect I am. And then she pauses and goes, he gets to discover it.
It's so good.
It's really
very
good.
Yeah, that's a great line.
And then I believe Spencer walks in.
Yep, he's blind,
And
but
he's
his other
blind.
senses are heightened, according to him, but also not really.
He walks in and he's like, I may be blind, but now all my other senses are heightened. And Harper goes, oh, really? I'm naked. And Spencer's like, no, I would know this if it was real, but you're not.
Yeah. He loops Freddy in as his helper. Freddy, you have to help me because I'm blind and I can't do things on my own.
There's also a
Is
very good
Harper
exchange before
naked?
that where when Freddy walks in, he goes to Freddy. He's like, "Wait, no, I need to know who this is on my own." He starts feeling up the face, and he goes, "Hello, Millicent." And Freddy's like, "It's not Millicent, it's Freddy." And then he leans over and whispers into his ear, "Is Harper naked?" Which is very good.
It's very
Yes.
good. He loops Freddy in as his helper and then immediately
Because
says,
he's,
Freddy,
the
could you...
last one to leave.
Because he's the last one to leave. And he immediately says to Freddy, Freddy, could you describe the sunset for me?
Which starts off our favorite subplot in this episode.
Yes.
The subplot where Freddy
describes the sunset.
The subplot where Freddy and
Yeah.
Spencer do everything together.
Yeah.
Where they take the two best characters on the show and pair them up.
Freddy describes the sunset in great detail, which, by the way, there's not really a sunset. Or maybe there was, but like there were definitely
Like the
It's
window was
definitely
not
not
open. There was
visible.
definitely
Yeah.
like
Window
the blinds were
shades are
definitely
Yeah.
there were definitely shades. Like the window
Yeah.
was not open.
Yeah, exactly. But Spencer says, wow, you never really appreciate the beauty that's around you until it's gone. Now I need you to help me pee. Oddly enough,
begins.
yeah, and so begins best subplot. Oddly enough, we don't cut to Freddy helping Spencer pee.
God damn it.
They set it up, but they didn't
That's
follow
bullshit.
We cut over to Carly and Justin's date, which is going really well. But they're talking, and Justin says something about like a long time ago, this girl, or he had a disappointment that really broke his heart and really turned him against this girl. But he's
better now.
He's gotten to know her, and she's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, good for
I
Justin.
don't think he says that. I think he just says like, "But I'm better now," and I've got
No. I think he says she's pretty great when he's
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
not quite
Carly
as overt,
says,
but
"This
like
girl
he
is
does
terrible,"
say
and he's
Okay.
like, "No,
I
actually,
don't
she's
remember
really
him being
great."
as overt. I could be wrong.
he is that he does say this woman was pretty great.
Yeah.
Mm.
But also importantly, Nora is here.
She followed them.
She
She's
just
like,
happens to be
Oh,
here.
hey, is this seat taken? Oh, cool, it's mine now. She like moves her chair over.
Amateur stalker work, Nora. What she should have done was go in wearing various different disguises, including a
Yes.
painting.
Yep.
She should have pulled a
Should
Fernando.
have pulled a
Yeah.
Fernando. I feel well, a disguise was involved this episode, but we're not in Fuller House anymore because she did not use a disguise to stalk them.
Yes.
That's part of the charm of Fuller House.
It's part of the charm. But we cut back to the apartment. Millicent is telling Harper about Roth IRAs, which, by the way, I guess it's time. Zach, what's a Roth IRA?
Oh, Mark, I couldn't possibly explain the complexities of a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is an individual retirement account under United States law that is generally not taxed upon distribution, provided certain conditions are met. The principal difference between Roth IRAs and most other tax-advantaged retirement plans is that rather than granting a tax reduction for contributions to the retirement plan, qualified withdrawals from the Roth IRA plan are tax-free, and growth in the account is tax-free. The Roth IRA was introduced as part of the Taxpayer Relief Act of 1997 and is named for Senator William Roth. All right, Tyler, can we put that in?
Zach, that was a good, comprehensive, off-the-cuff explanation.
Thank you. I'm glad you appreciated that.
I'm always in awe of your knowledge of.
Oh well.
I'm
thank you.
so much more aware of what I need to do
Yeah.
to secure my financial future. Thank you, Zach.
And the fact that you had that off the top of your head.
Oh yeah, fully
Yeah.
like off the cuff, top of my head. No like script or Wikipedia or anything involved at all.
Yeah,
No, that's not me.
That's
I
good.
am a very genuine person. My knowledge of finance and stonks is unmatched.
A knowledge honed through many years at Northeastern's business school.
Because business is cool.
Business school because business is cool. Anyway, great explanation, but to move on and never talk about it again.
Mm-hmm.
Carly walks in and she's talking about how Justin just has this positive energy. I hate Carly 57, who's the hater, has posted something nice about her. The world is good.
Ooh.
But then Millicent, who, as we all remember, is kind of a little shit who's very mean and doesn't like anybody, starts liking all the old hate comments that say do better and variations thereof. But
Yeah.
every time she likes one of the comments, Justin's phone gets a notification.
Dun dun dun.
Which- I really like that as a reveal. I think that's a fun thing that she's liking the phone and he's getting the notifications.
That was
Yeah.
good.
And then I believe this is when Harper, who's on a date with another girl, runs out, and Harper is wearing the bunny suit from earlier.
So good.
And the girl's like, "I'm sorry, you gave me the ick." And Harper's like, "You know what? Fair enough."
Great reincorporation.
Yep.
I love that like Harper is a furry is just thrown at us randomly with no explanation
Look-
at all.
Maybe she's not and she was just trying it. Or maybe she just wanted to fight crime wearing a bunny suit.
Like
I don't
you.
think that bunny suit was made to fight crime like your fursuit, Mark.
Actually, the
Appearances can be deceiving.
the bunny
Zach.
suit could be made of Kevlar underneath.
You know what? That's the perfect response, Mark.
Yeah. Also, I love the confidence of Harper in bringing up the bunny suit to someone she just met.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is a
Presumably.
first date.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know, I kind of have this weird thing. I have this bunny costume that I like to put on.
It's funny because you said that. I kind of have this weird thing, and to me it sounded like not like she's saying I have this weird sex thing I'm into, but like she was saying I have this weird bunny costume and I'm gonna put it on if that's okay with you. I have this weird thing. It's a mascot suit. It's in my closet.
They weren't having sex. It was
It's in my closet,
she
not
just
for
likes
sex.
to wear it. She just
Yeah.
feels comfortable with it. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I have this weird thing. Like, I own a mascot costume. It's in my closet, not for sex. But I own a mascot costume.
But we go over to Spencer's apartment, where Freddie is helping Spencer with his Zumba
Yes.
routine.
They're merengueing together.
They're merenguing together. Spencer calls his sweat Zumba juice, which I did not like.
No, that
Not a
made
fan of the
me-
Zumba juice.
That made my
Not
skin crawl
Fan
as well.
of the Zumba juice.
Really, neither of you are fans of the Zumba juice.
Look, I've tried it. I've drank it before. It's just not for me.
Drink it. Oh, no one said you had to drink it.
I saw a bottle in my fridge labeled Zumba juice. You're not going to just drink that?
Mark, what color was the Zumba juice?
It was sort of it just looked like water. I figured it was some sort of energy drink, like vitamin water or something.
Oh, Mark, we have a
Oh my God.
long discussion about what you
we have a
ingested.
lot to tell
It
you.
was very salty. Was the first thing I noticed. It was very
Let's move on.
salty.
Let's move on. I hate this bit. I hate this.
But also hint of watermelon.
Ooh.
Well, that's refreshing.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, not for me, but I get why people like this.
So,
Oh.
Freddie is covered in Spencer's Zumba juice because of all the exercise they've been doing together. And
Ooh, I also don't like the sentence Freddie is covered in Spencer's Zumba juice. That sounds way more sexual than the bunny suit.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Anyways, Freddie, who's covered in Spencer's Zumba juice, Spencer asks him to
God.
go pick up his dry cleaning. And Freddy's like,
Yeah.
all right, sure. Are you sure that you like still can't see? It's been a while. And Spencer's like, yeah, for sure. Like, I can't see. And Freddy like fakes throwing a punch at him, and he doesn't react.
Yep.
And Freddy's like, oh, I guess he can't see. And then he leaves.
And then Spencer immediately takes off the glasses because of course
Takes off the glasses, puts
Yeah.
on reading glasses.
Puts on a pair of reading glasses.
Yeah.
And pulls out a crossword. And is like, ooh, a 7-letter word for divine intervention. What could that be? And then Freddy runs back in because I guess he like forgot something. And Spencer's like, I can see again. It's a miracle. Oh wait, that's 7 letters.
It's great.
Oh, joyous day. Oh my god.
They're
It's very
so
I
good.
really like that trope.
Yeah.
Where it's like whenever a character's caught in a lie like that and they're found out, it's like, oh, I can see again.
A
miracle.
miracle.
I just love that.
Yep.
It's very good.
And the
Makes me
joke
laugh
of
every time.
incorporating it into the crossword was very fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
I do want to, like, we talked about it a little bit before, but like Spencer is a different character in this show. In the original show, he was just kind of like a goofy guy hanging around. Here he is kind of an asshole, but it's great.
Well, now that he doesn't have to take care of Carly, the whole dynamic has shifted.
All of his worst tendencies have come out.
I mean,
Oh,
I feel like it's
God.
still generally the same character where he's still like a very goofy guy, but now he's just like, they turned up the asshole meter to 10.
Yeah, I just mean like in the original show, it's like I wear silly socks and carve statues out of butter. And here it's I'm pretending to be blind, so Freddy does everything for me. It's not even like I'm pretending to be blind so I don't have to do X or Y. He's like, I'm doing it specifically so I have a slave.
The progression of the Nickelodeon shows.
Yes.
Where it's like the thing where people said about Drake and Josh, where it's like, oh yeah, season 1 of Drake and Josh, Drake helps Josh out on a date. Season 3 of Drake and Josh accidentally sell an orangutan to a man who eats orangutan.
As you do.
As one does.
The Flanderization and escalation of stakes is very strong with these shows.
The number of times I've done that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
come on.
Oh. If I had a nickel for every time I sold an orangutan for a man who ate orangutans, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Zach, I hate to tell you this. 3 nickels.
Whoa, 3
Wow.
nickels.
I just
3
keep
whole
getting
nickels.
my hands on orangutans. And the worst people get into my DMs. I don't have a phone. I do have a computer. That's how it works.
Yeah, you'd think after the first time
I
you
didn't
would learn.
forget the joke I made earlier. And they're like, hey, I'm just a loving person who loves orangutans. And I'm like, great, I have all these orangutans on my hands. What a great way to get rid of one. And then like 2 days later, you're like, oh my God, I Googled the guy.
I'd imagine like the first time it's like a normal person's like, oh, that could have happened to anybody. The second time it's like the same profile, but he has like a very poorly photoshopped mustache on him. It's like, oh, he looked like a different guy.
Yeah, and it really is like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, shame on the
sensing a
both of
pattern.
us.
Fool me 3 times, you should really stop asking me for my orangutan.
Yeah, fool me 3 times. How many orangutans do you need?
Please get some therapy.
Anyway, we go to the apartment.
Yes. Well, Carly, Millicent, and Harper are like, oh, what are we gonna do? And Millicent's like, oh, I'll fight him off.
Actually,
capoeira.
you know what I'm realizing now? We've already combined 2 scenes because there was a scene where Carly's just like, I like Justin a lot. Then we go to Zumba.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then we go to the apartment, and this is where 1, the bunny suit,
Yes.
and 2, they find out that every time Millicent likes one of the hate comments, Justin's phone lights up. Then once Justin comes back from the bathroom, that's when they react violently. Millicent threatens to dance at him.
Yeah. Well, I think when they find out, Milton's like, "Oh, what are we gonna do now? That he's in our house, but don't worry, I know capoeira,
Yeah.
and I'll dance at him."
Oh my god.
Through the power of
Harrison,
dance.
you're the martial arts expert here.
I have done capoeira, actually.
Have you danced at a person threateningly
Yeah.
before?
No, I have not, but
Have you danced at a person unthreateningly before?
yes, it usually ends very poorly.
Mm.
I have not been trained to
It
dance.
usually ends with you getting capoeira.
Yes, someone just hits me with a spinning kick to the face.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You do
God
like the
damn
Chun
it.
Li move from Street Fighter.
Yes, exactly. And I just think, God damn it, why can't I just learn to salsa?
Harrison, I do hope you learn to salsa one day.
Yeah. But anyway,
So you can
That
stop
was
getting
odd.
Justin
beat
comes
up.
back,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Freeze, or else the little girl will dance in your general direction."
But Carly like asks him about it, and I really do like when they're like, the girl will dance at you.
Yeah, that was good.
Justin apologizes and says, look, I did leave those hate comments, but everything since I met you has been real. I really do care about you. And he tells her that it's just that when he was 11, he sent in a video to be played on iCarly, and they never played it. And he just was really hurt for 10 years.
Do you think it just became
Yeah.
habit by this point? Because clearly he didn't care about it that much, because the second Carly was nice to him, he gave it up. So, like, do you think it just became habit by this point? Like, he's like, oh, it's 5 o'clock, gotta get on my... gotta get on the internet to make I hate comments.
I don't know if we mentioned this before, but I think after the scene where like they're in the muffin shop or whatever, they leave, and Carly gets like a thing. It's like, oh, it's iHate 57, and he wrote something actually nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
which is
we
like-
did mention it, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I hate Carly 57 does leave a nice comment. So he
Yeah.
is changing his behavior.
And I don't know
Yes.
how they didn't take that as a clue. They're like, oh, maybe the hot guy I talked to is actually my hater.
I can see why they didn't.
Well, maybe
figure
the guy
that
I had
out.
maybe the random stranger that I had a very nice interaction with.
Yeah, I can see not putting it together. He can change for other reasons, but I do like there's a moment where Carly's like, see, putting positive vibes out in the world does work. And at that point, it's like, well, you put positive vibes out to like one person in particular. Maybe
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
It's also very awkward when like they first meet. She's like, oh, I'm Carly of iCarly, which you may or may not know.
Well,
Like, you were
I-
a big celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes
Anyways,
sense.
yeah.
Carly was a huge celebrity in the original
Yeah.
show.
The
so-
first lady was on their show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama.
One Direction was on their show.
One Direction
They were
was on
on-
their show.
At like the peak of their popularity.
Yeah.
God, dude, that's right.
Yeah, iCarly was huge.
They were on
Yeah.
TV. The FBI raided their show because a woman admitted to pirating music.
Yeah.
They were kidnapped. Carly fought an MMA fighter, thus predicting the YouTuber boxing boom of the 2010s.
Oh,
Yeah, they did a lot of stuff.
Guys, let's stop talking about iCarly and get back to iCarly.
Okay.
Guys, Spencer has a hot date.
Yes, with a girl that he met in the emergency room at the eye wash station.
Yep, and
He's never actually seen her, but she sounded really hot.
Yeah, he's getting ready for it, and he says, instead of going out to a big fancy restaurant, why don't you just come to my apartment? I'm like not really into artifice and stuff. And as he's saying this, he's putting out trophies that he just has in a box. I guess for
I
whenever
love that.
girls come over.
Just he needs
Yeah.
the most shallow display of
Yeah.
masculinity. The fact that he is good at sport.
I'm also like, I feel like most
They're
people
all
who
participation awards, Harrison. Let's be real here.
the thing I'm realizing now is I think most people who have like a ton of trophies have a dedicated like trophy space.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
fact that he's just like, oh, I'm just living with all of these trophies strewn about the room.
That would be very weird. I would
Yeah.
find that very off-putting if
Yeah,
I was
I'd-
sitting next to a trophy.
Not even on a I think he's lying level. I think I'd just be like, this is bad decor.
Yeah,
This just
that's what I meant. This is not a good way to decorate your space. It's very cluttered.
yeah. But he's getting ready, and he takes some like cologne or perfume and he sprays it and it's not working. So he checks it and he accidentally sprays it into his eyes.
Again,
Yes.
great aim.
Great aim. Perfect aim.
Yep. But we go back and guys, Carly misses Justin. Maybe she was wrong about him, and she decides, you know, she can't go back in time and put him on her show, but she can put him on her show now.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's gonna go great.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Spencer finds Freddy and says, "Freddy, you gotta help me. I have a date coming, but I'm blind again." And Freddy's like,
Yep.
Freddy's like,
Freddy
come on.
throws a basketball at him.
Yeah.
He throws a basketball at him.
To check if he's
And is
lying.
like, oh, maybe you're not lying, and
It's
leaves.
so good.
And then the hot girl from the emergency room comes up.
Yeah.
And Spencer's like, oh, thank God, Freddy, you're back. Look, I need your help with something. So I got a date with this girl tonight, but I forgot her name. So I'm going to need you to like sneakily reach into her purse, pull out her driver's license, and tell me what her name is, all right? By the way, your hands are really soft. Do you use like a new like hand lotion or something like that?
and then she slaps him.
him.
Oh, it's good.
It's very
And
good.
realizing this is probably not Freddy.
Yep.
Uh,
It's very good.
he's very good.
But guys, it's time for iCarly.
It's time. It's time for Justin's big moment that he's been waiting for over 10 years now.
And
It's
guys,
a big moment.
I just
it's a very personal piece for him.
I do want to pause real quick.
Yes.
So I know it's hard to like get back into the mindset, but like before the reveal of what his big performance is, what would you have thought he was gonna do?
I thought it would be some kind of gross out humor, like typical of an 11-year-old. Like he threw a pie at something or hit his own face or I don't know.
See, I was expecting, a great feat of dexterity, something along the lines of like eating a sandwich and dribbling a basketball at the same time.
It's secretly J Money. This is all he said.
He there's like a zipper that like goes down and it's secretly J Money.
I think those are all good choices. For some reason I'm like, I feel like it's just some like stunt that he thought was cool but wasn't, where he just like jumps on a trampoline.
Or it's like backyard jackass or something like that. Like
He does like 3/4 of a backflip and just like belly flops on the floor.
Yeah, I do prefer dribbling a basketball and eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
So what you're saying is I win.
Zach wins.
I win.
Zach wins
Yay.
for his contribution and for telling us what a Roth IRA is.
I am the winner of the episode. This is a thing we're doing now. But only when I win. But only when I win the episode.
Yeah,
Okay.
only when.
Only when I win the episode. That's the score. Zach 1, everyone else 0. Get fucked.
Zach, as our winner, do you want to reveal what Justin's actual performance is?
Oh, I would love to. So, they're getting ready for the show, and Justin's like, thank you so much for allowing me to do this. This is a very special piece to me personally, which is why I was really disappointed when you never got to show it on the show. And Carly was like, oh, of course. I'm so glad that you're being so vulnerable and sharing this emotion with us. And Justin then proceeds to recite a poem, kind of.
Slam poetry.
Yeah, like
It's
slam poetry.
Yeah.
With like a lot of hand motions about
Being in
school. Yeah.
A lot of snapping.
A lot of snapping, a lot of like hitting his stomach to, for food imagery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact words, but
Biology, the source of my frustration.
Well, I do want to make one adjustment because I'm pretty sure he goes, the source of my frustration.
Shun.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, it's very weird.
And so he does his weird poem.
It's a slam
he
poetry
finishes-
screed against middle school?
Yeah.
This man has held all of the things in his heart from his middle school years that he does not want to let go of.
And can I
Yeah.
just say something? Like, very weird to perform, but like for an 11-year-old, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
For an 11-year-old who's
For an
into
11-year-old,
I don't like
sure.
most slam poetry, but for like an 11-year-old who's like, I like slam poetry, like it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Workshop it.
Yeah,
Bring it to a coffee house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he finishes his weird poem, and then it cuts to Carly, Freddie, and Harper,
Yep.
and they're just like staring at him in shock and awe.
Mhm.
And then Carly's like, "Yep, I've got the ick now.
Carly got the ick.
You can't get the ick."
Yep.
But
Wonderful payoff.
You know what doesn't cause the ick? You know what causes the exact opposite of the ick?
Mhm.
Our favorite segment.
We have one more
of the
scene, Zach.
I thought that was how the episode ended. I'm sorry.
Nope. Carly and Freddie
that's
are
right.
hanging out in her apartment, and Nora scales the side of the building
Yes, that is. Yep.
and sneaks in through the window.
How could I forget?
Yes.
She goes, "Whoa, what are you guys doing here?" And Carly's like, "I live here. What are you doing here?" She's like, "Oh, just climbing up the side of your building." And and there is one line I like some of this exchange where Carly says, "Get out." And Nora goes, "Can I use the door this time?" Carly says, "Yes." And then she like picks up some object and goes, "Can I take this?" And Carly says, "No." And then she like hugs Freddie and goes, "Can I take this?"
Yeah.
And they say no. And that's how the episode ends.
And that's how the episode
I will
ends.
say it's not really a good button. We don't really end on a big like
I
laugh
thought
line.
the ick would have been a good button to end on. Which
Yeah,
is why I kind
yeah.
of misremembered it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a conclusion, which I totally understand why
Yeah.
you didn't remember it.
Yeah.
But I did want to acknowledge that because there were some lines I liked.
No,
Yeah, there were
it's an
good
important
moments
scene.
there.
We got to go over it. That's our job. But anyway, that brings us to Sad Boy of the Week. No special transition this time. We used that one earlier. We blew through it early. So who are our I would like to nominate Spencer for sure.
I think
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Justin.
Yeah, Spencer, Justin, and I think
Spencer,
Freddie.
Justin.
Can I include Nora as well?
Nora, yeah.
I think I'm fine with those four, honestly.
I almost wanted to nominate Harper because of getting caught in the bunny
Just because of the bunny suit.
Quick nomination. Harper,
Quick nomination
bunny
for
suit.
Harper.
Harper bunny suit.
By the
Harper
way-
bunny suit chases her dates away.
By the way, those are all of the characters in the episode except for Carly.
And
This
Millicent.
show is
Oh, and Millicent. I forgot about Millicent.
the
I wish I
writers
could
of this
forget about
show
Millicent.
are clearly fans of the Fullest House podcast because they know we love our sad boy.
We love our sad boys.
Spencer
Yes.
brings a taser and pepper spray to confront an internet weirdo. He immediately tasers and pepper sprays himself.
Yes.
He has to go to the hospital and has to be convinced not to drive when
Not to
he
drive himself
can't
to the
see.
hospital while he is blinded.
Yep. He meets a cute lady at the eye wash station,
But then forgets her name.
then forgets her name. He believes that his senses have been heightened since he's blind, and is immediately proven wrong
Because he knocks over a lamp.
because he knocks over a lamp. So he recruits Freddie. His first task for his helper is describe the sunset for me.
God.
He lies about still being blind, so Freddie will continue to do things for him. By the way, if Spencer is like incredibly wealthy as he's been represented, he could like hire a butler.
But
That's true.
I think it's just because he's lonely. He just wants to be
hire, like, a
friends with
seeing eye
Freddy.
person. It's my seeing eye man.
I would understand that, but the thing is, it's not like, we don't have the scene of like, well, Freddie, it's just I wanted to spend more time with you. What happens is he goes, Freddie, get my laundry or get my dry cleaning.
But he does
Yeah.
have the moment where he says, I wanted to spend more time with you. Because he says, think about it. We did so much great stuff together. And then Freddy says, we got close enough for you to pee on me. And then Freddy says, sorry. And then,
merengue.
and then he says,
See, that didn't read as genuine to me. That read as, but like, calm down.
Excuse.
Remember all of the good times.
Yep.
we got really close.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, close enough that your pee got on my shoes.
Yep.
Freddie also, when he's betrayed, maybe we save this for Freddie's case. But when he's betrayed when he finds he's been betrayed by Spencer, he goes, "We merengued."
We merengue. That's one of my favorite line deliveries in quite possibly anything ever.
I also really liked, like, Spencer says, like, "So I can see," and Freddie says, "Great, so you can watch me as I kill you."
That's a good line.
Yeah. Like Spencer and Freddy are the best characters on the show.
They're the best. They're the best characters on the show. Spencer. Yeah. So Spencer is caught in his lie. Immediately does the thing of, it's a miracle, I can see again. Mm-hmm. It should be noted then in, I believe, his next scene, he blinds himself again.
Yep.
He blinds himself again, is hit in the face with a basketball.
And then slapped in the face by a lady.
Yeah. Then accidentally says to a lady, I don't know your name. I only know you as hot eyewash person.
God.
And is immediately slapped.
Yeah.
Freddy. Freddy turned on by fiscal responsibility, or turned off by fiscal irresponsibility. Sorry.
Yeah.
Freddy is the most responsible one here, obviously. You know, you gotta love someone who can manage their finances.
Yep. He wears a fake mustache to their sting operation. He loses his fake mustache, finds it on the ground, but can't be sure that it's his.
Of course not. You always got to be careful. You don't know where a fake mustache has been.
He is recruited to be Spencer's seeing eye person / manservant, gets covered in Spencer's Zumba juice, is betrayed. Again, just want to single out the lines, we merengue, and now you can watch as I kill you.
Yeah, 2 amazing lines in one scene.
Yep. And it's very good that when Spencer comes up saying, I've blinded myself again, he throws the basketball at Spencer and then says, you might be telling the truth, and leaves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Justin
is so fixated on his rejection from iCarly 10 years ago that he is incessantly leaving hate comments on all of Carly's posts. He meets her, but doesn't tell her. He finally does tell her, and it eventually leads to him doing weird slam poetry.
Of course.
Weird
as it always does.
Weird slam poetry. We talked about Harper in the bunny suit.
Yes, and Nora.
Nora had worked through therapy, gotten better. She's a well-adjusted person now, but she sees the iCarly gang again and she immediately loses it.
Yeah.
She follows Carly on her date and scales up a building to climb into Carly's apartment.
To break into her apartment.
Yeah. Can I say how much I want Nora to be a recurring character now?
Oh, I really hope she is.
I really want it to happen.
I really want that to happen.
That would be amazing.
I think those are our cases.
Oh God. We've got a lot of good cases this episode, and I don't think any one of them really stands out. There's no clear winner.
I think I do have my vote.
Okay.
I'm going to vote Spencer.
I would have to agree. Yeah.
I have 3 words. I have 3 words that are putting me over the edge. Blinds himself twice.
That's a very good point. Good point. And I think I was probably leaning more towards Spencer myself, so I'll just give him my vote too. But yeah.
Yeah, pretty clear cut case. I mean, there was a lot of strong competition, but
strong competition, but Spencer, amazing. We love it. Jerry Trainer killing it as always.
Yep. Yeah. Great. So Harrison, you want to take us home?
All right. Thank you for listening, everybody. If you want to see more of us, you can follow us at Rewatch Party Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please remember to like, share, rate, subscribe, all the things people do. And it's been great. I've been Harrison.
I've been Zach, your resident IRA expert, Roth IRA expert. Damn it.
I've been Mark, your resident furry superhero / orangutan dealer.
And until next time, keep rewatching. And when you blind yourself next time, make sure you're talking to the right person.